welcome back. It's Neil Gardner, another Audiobook Blast. I hope you're well and everything is groovy in your world. Did you have a good Easter? Oh, that dates this, doesn't it? But anyways, Easter last weekend. So anyway, hope you're well and welcome back along. Have you joined the ACA yet? The Audiobook Creators Alliance? If not, go join it. It's a wonderful collaborative grouping of all the sorts of people who work on the creative side of audiobooks within the UK industry. So publishers, narrators, everyone really, engineers, editors, basically who, unless you're the person paying the bills, I suppose that's kind of most of the publishers, but if you're receiving the money, hopefully money, then you should join up and be part of it. So come say hi. So what's today all about? Today is all about extra bits. Yes, not like going down the fish and chip shop and asking for a little bag of extra bit. I don't know if you can do that anymore with health and safety. Do you remember doing that back in the 70s and 80s? A bag of extra bits? They're like the little crusty offcuts of the deep fat frying process. Very naughty and bad for you. But anyway, very tasty. No, we're talking about extra bits in the text. So, for example, we could be talking about footnotes. Do you or don't you narrate the footnotes? Now, this is a discussion to be had between you and your producer, or if you don't have a producer, you and yourself, of course, or you and your cat. But have a look at the footnotes. Now, if you're not sure, up front, get in touch with the publisher or the author and ask. My general rule is if a footnote adds to the story, adds to the information, normally it's going to be in a non-fiction book, then you're going to have to say it. You should say it. You need to put it in the right place. Now, the little asterisk or number or something might not be quite in the right place, so you're going to have to decide where to put it. Normally, I would say at the end of the relevant sentence into which the little footnote mark is made. But of course, if it's just a bibliographic footnotes, then probably not going to need it. It's not going to be that important for a listener. That information they can get online. So that's for footnotes. What about things like appendices and lists of references, etc., etc.? Now, again, I always check with our publisher, our clients, just in case there is something there. But for example, an appendice, if it's particularly useful, if it's got lots of relevant information, if it's lists of helpful groups or online resources, yes. If it's just a very long list of websites and bits of information the author used, they're kind of an academic list, probably not. Same goes for lists of books and resources and obviously indexes. We don't need to do indexes, although one person did once ask me that we should. It was like, no, what's the relevance to it? So we don't need to worry about that. Author's notes, again, if it's just an acknowledgement, and again, unless the publisher or the author has specified they need it, I'd say don't do it if it's just a list of names. But if it's something of interest where the author has got some extra information about how they wrote the book or the historical relevance of the book, etc., put that in. I would always put that at the end of a book as well. That way, unless it's something that really needs to go up the front of a book just to inform a listener as to what the book's going to be about, then put it at the end. And then finally, things like, I say, acknowledgements, normally not. Dedications, if it's very personal, tend not to, unless an author has specified through the publisher they want it. Again, if it's like a quote or something, then yes, we'll include it. If in doubt, record it, because if you've got it, then you've got it. And if it goes off, the final production goes off and comes back with a note saying, we really needed the quote or the acknowledgements or the author's note, and you haven't recorded it, then nightmare. So if in doubt, record it, but obviously bear in mind that a lot of it isn't going to be useful information to a listener because it's not something they can flip back to a page and make reference to, etc., etc. And also, authors, think about that. If you are putting together your final manuscript and you know you're going to get an audiobook made of it, maybe make some notes that could be sent to the narrator or the producer so they know what is important to you to be left in and basically what can be left out of the audio edition. So there you go. That's another Audiobook Blast. It's been a bit rambling, but it's been fun and fabulous. So I'll see you very soon. See ya. Bye.